The 2026 Triumph Speed 400 and Scrambler 400X continue to be two of the most exciting modern classic motorcycles for riders who want British style, strong performance and everyday practicality without moving into a much larger bike. These two motorcycles share the same basic 398cc single-cylinder engine, but they are designed for slightly different types of riding. The Speed 400 is more focused on road riding, while the Scrambler 400X brings a more adventurous attitude and extra ability for rougher roads. At first look, both bikes have the unmistakable Triumph character. The design mixes classic motorcycle styling with modern technology, creating a bike that looks simple and timeless but feels modern when you ride it. The round headlight, sculpted fuel tank, clean bodywork and high-quality finish give both motorcycles a premium appearance. They do not look like basic entry-level machines. They look and feel like proper Triumphs. The Speed 400 is the more compact and road-focused choice. It has a lower seat height of around 790mm, making it easier for many riders to get comfortable. Its 17-inch front and rear wheels are designed for confident road handling, while the suspension is tuned to give a balanced mixture of comfort and control. The bike is also relatively light, which makes it easy to move around town, park and handle through traffic. Power comes from Triumph's 398cc liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine. It uses 4 valves, DOHC technology, electronic fuel injection and electronic throttle control. The engine produces around 40 PS at 8,000 revolutions per minute and 37.5 Nm of torque at 6,500 revolutions per minute. That is a healthy amount of performance for a motorcycle in this class. What makes the engine particularly interesting is the way the power is delivered. It is not designed simply to produce a big number at the top of the rev range. Triumph has focused on giving the engine useful torque and smooth response at everyday speeds. This makes the Speed 400 suitable for city riding, country roads and longer weekend trips. The 6-speed gearbox helps make the most of the engine. Gear changes are designed to feel light and precise, while the slip and assist clutch helps make the motorcycle easier to control, especially when riding in traffic. The exhaust note also gives the bike extra personality. Triumph has used a stainless steel exhaust system that helps produce the distinctive character expected from a modern Triumph. It sounds purposeful without trying too hard to be aggressive. Now move to the Scrambler 400X, and the personality changes. The basic engine remains the same, but the bike has been developed with an all-road attitude. It gets a larger 19-inch front wheel and a 17-inch rear wheel, giving the motorcycle a more confident feel when the road surface becomes rough or uneven. The Scrambler 400X also gets longer suspension travel. At the front, there are 43mm upside-down big piston forks with around 150mm of wheel travel. At the rear, there is a gas monoshock with preload adjustment and around 150mm of travel. This gives the Scrambler a more comfortable and controlled ride over broken roads, potholes and light trails. The riding position is another major difference. The Scrambler 400X has wider handlebars and a more commanding riding position. The seat is higher at around 835mm, so it may feel larger than the Speed 400 for shorter riders. But that extra height also gives the rider a better view of the road and more control when riding away from smooth tarmac. The Scrambler also has practical protection for all-road riding. Triumph gives it features such as a longer mudguard and protection around important areas including the sump, radiator and headlight. Handguards also add protection and give the bike a tougher adventure-inspired appearance. Braking performance is strong on both motorcycles. The Speed 400 uses a front disc with a 4-piston radial caliper and ABS, while the Scrambler 400X gets a larger 320mm front disc and a 4-piston radial caliper. The Scrambler also offers switchable ABS and traction control features that can be useful when riding on loose surfaces. Technology is kept simple, which actually suits these motorcycles very well. Instead of covering the handlebars with giant screens, Triumph uses a classic-style instrument design with an analog speedometer and an integrated LCD display. You get important information such as speed, gear position and other riding data without losing the traditional motorcycle feel. Both motorcycles are also designed to be personalized. Triumph offers a wide range of genuine accessories, allowing owners to change the bikes for touring, comfort, styling, luggage and everyday use. This is particularly attractive for riders who want their motorcycle to feel more individual. The fuel tank capacity is around 13 liters, which gives both motorcycles a useful range for everyday riding and longer journeys. The bikes are also designed with relatively low running costs in mind, and Triumph lists a service interval of 16,000 kilometers or 12 months, whichever comes first. So which one should you choose? If most of your riding is on normal roads, the Speed 400 is probably the better choice. It is lower, lighter in character and more focused on quick and enjoyable road riding. It is a bike that can handle commuting during the week and still make a weekend ride exciting. If you want something with a tougher appearance and more flexibility when the road gets rough, the Scrambler 400X is the more interesting option. Its larger front wheel, longer suspension travel, wider bars and higher riding position make it feel more adventurous. The great thing is that neither motorcycle feels like a compromise. The Speed 400 has the classic Triumph look with modern performance, while the Scrambler 400X adds genuine all-road ability to the same basic formula. For 2026, these motorcycles remain very attractive choices for riders who want a premium-looking machine without needing a huge engine. They offer enough power to be exciting, modern equipment for everyday confidence and classic styling that should continue to look good for years. The Triumph Speed 400 is the motorcycle for riders who want simplicity, style and fun on the road. The Scrambler 400X is for those who want the same basic character but with a little more adventure. And perhaps that is the biggest reason these bikes are so appealing. They are not trying to be enormous superbikes. They are designed to make everyday riding enjoyable. Whether you are a new rider looking for your first proper motorcycle or an experienced rider who wants a lighter and simpler machine, the 2026 Triumph Speed 400 and Scrambler 400X offer a very convincing combination of British style, modern engineering and everyday usability. With the characterful 398cc engine, 6-speed gearbox, quality suspension, strong braking systems and unmistakable Triumph design, these two motorcycles show that you do not need a massive engine to have a motorcycle with real personality. The Speed 400 keeps things clean, compact and road-focused. The Scrambler 400X takes that same formula and adds more attitude for riders who want to explore beyond the smooth road. And that makes the choice simple. If you want a stylish everyday road bike, choose the Speed 400. If you want a motorcycle with a stronger adventure spirit, choose the Scrambler 400X. Either way, the 2026 Triumph 400 range proves that modern motorcycles can still be exciting, practical and full of character. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my YouTube channel.